where the troubling incident that unfolded in Kogi State when the residents of the Independent National Electoral Commission, ANEC REC, came under attack. The commissioner, whose responsibility is crucial in ensuring free and fair elections, experienced this kind of act of aggression on his residents, raising concerns about the safety of the electoral officials in the state. The incident has sparked a heated exchange between the Social Democratic Party and the All Progressives Congress APC and the government also in Kogi State, with all the sides presenting conflicting narratives regarding the nature and the motivation behind the attack. The APC accuses political opponents of orchestrating the assault as an attempt to disrupt the electoral process. Additionally, there are accusations against the Yaya Bello-led state government, with critics questioning the security measures in place and raising concerns about the overall safety of electoral officials and even the citizen. Take a listen to the SDP in this press conference they held in Abuja.
After their violent protests a few days ago, people have also moved to Lokoja to ensure. It is sad that we have reached a stage where REC is not safe, INEC officials are not safe, parties are not safe. Information or sources that have suggested some parties or interested parties, they don't want the beaver system to be inspected. For that reason, they sponsor talks. Some of them designed pickup for SDP, suggesting that SDP was the one organizing such protests. We were not part of it 100%, and no justification for SDP to be part of it 100%.
All right. As investigations unfold, which the security agencies they are doing, this incident underscores the importance of ensuring the safety and security of key stakeholders in the electoral process to preserve the integrity of our democratic institution. INEC is asking the security agencies to do something well. If the state government has been caught in this web, and allegations by the SDP is that the governor and the government are in fact in the middle and orchestrating all of this. How does the government react to this? Let's speak with the Commissioner for Information in Kogi State, Kingsley Fanwo, who joins us live from Lokoja. Thank you so much, Mr. Fanwo, for joining us. How do you react to the accusation that your government, your governor, is principally involved? That's what the SDP is alleging.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sheon, and I want to say good evening to viewers around the world. We did not just get here overnight. We need to trace the chronology of this wanton criminality being perpetrated by the SDP and the supporters of the party in the state. Let us start with the kind of utterances that have been made by the SDP governorship candidate when he called a whole ethnic group a common enemy. When you refer to someone as a common enemy, you are instigating other people to see such a person as a common enemy and probably take arm against such a common enemy. You know, it started from all of this, even when it came to the gruesome murder of Khadijat Yahaya at Kotonkarufi. All of these were reported to security agencies to take immediate action. But to our surprise, we are shocked that despite all of this, all of the wanton criminality, destruction, killing, maiming, and all of that by the SDP and their supporters, the security agencies have not done anything substantial to restore the confidence of the people in their operations. I am directly calling out the DSS and the Nigerian police, the command in Kogi State, for their foot-dragging attitude in ensuring that these people are prosecuted. Assuming the murderers of Khadijat Yahaya had been prosecuted, we will not be where we are today.
Well, when you look Kingsley, at Mr. Commissioner, you will imagine that your principal, the governor, is the chief security officer of the state. And now you are calling out the security agencies who are supposed to be reporting to him. How does that work?
It works this way. As a government, we've written a lot of reports, a lot of petition to the police command and the DSS to spell out in specific terms with empirical evidence some of the atrocities, some of the atrocious activities of the SDP candidate and his supporters. This is not a blatant allegation on national television just for the sake of it. These are backed with empirical evidence. A woman at Koton Karufi was gunned down by thugs loyal to the SDP candidate on the day they were having their rallies. These were reported to the police, the DSS, but up till now, they've not done anything significant about it. And this has emboldened these criminals to continue to perpetrate their criminality, and it's becoming very worrisome.
So,
and that's why...
Mr. Fanwo, I mean, the question I was asking, just a moment, is that your principal is the chief security officer of the state. I imagine, as a father of your children and the head of your home, you are in charge of your home, isn't it? Anything that goes wrong, you might be able to eject, take action, or take charge of your home as head of your home. So you have, you take the blame and you take the praise when things go right or wrong. So the question is that as a chief security officer, is it not a big question mark whether or not your principal is truly in charge of things in the state?
Your analogy has some philosophical errors. If I am the head of my family. If I have a son that is appointed by a certain Mr. Shewa Kimbaloye from Abuja, apart from giving me reports, he also reports to Mr. Shewa Kimbaloye in Abuja. So I am not in total control of that. So it's different from when I am in total control of what my children do.
Are you saying Governor Yaya Bello is not in total control of the security situation in Kogi State at the moment? Is that what you're saying?
What I am telling you is that the heads of the security agencies do not only report to the governor of the state, they also report to their superiors in Abuja. And that's why we are calling on Mr. President to call these people to order and make them act on the reports that are before them that have empirical evidence and facts. That is what we are saying. We are not saying the governor is not in total control. If the governor had not done what he has been doing in the state to ensure security, we would have witnessed a complete state of anarchy in the state with the way these people are going about what they are going about. I'm going to give you an example. A few days ago, they came out to complain about the safety of election materials. And they were saying that they do not have confidence in the resident electoral commissioner. They do not have confidence in INEC. And they were even suggesting that they move INEC materials in INEC custody to Abuja. Less than 48 hours after that, gunmen stormed the house of the resident electoral commissioner and attacked that house in a guest chapel format that was so threatening. And possibly they were there to assassinate the resident electoral commissioner. Even the people in Yoruba will say, Ajekelano Omokuloni, if the witch cried last night and the little child died this morning, you don't have to trace that far. You know where that is coming from. So they need to act. And recently, they also directly accused the Commissioner of Police of recruiting thugs to create insurgency in the state. That was clear. And the Commissioner of Police gave them 24 hours after explaining his role in maintaining law and order. It is more than 48 hours after that, and the Commissioner of Police had not done anything about it. So, the director of the DSS, despite all our reports, all our complaints, all our petitions before them, have not done anything about it. If there are things they need to tell us, they need to come out and tell us. If they are there to protect the criminals that are following a particular candidate of a party, killing, maiming, even stopping people from voting on election day, seizing tags of agents, and killing some of the supporters of the other political parties. And up till now, they kept saying they are investigating. Are they going to continue to investigate, and these people will continue to waste the lives of our people? We can no longer wait for that. So we are calling on Mr. President to act.
Yeah, Mr. Fanwo, I mean, this lamentation coming from the state government. The other day, you also addressed a press briefing where you called for the arrest of the SDP candidate. Those who say it's been long coming that you have been asking. This is politics being taken too far.
It's not so. If your supporters, you went to a place for an unauthorized rally, you did not inform security agencies you were going to have a rally, a member of the opposing party was wearing the face cap of that party, and he was gunned down by thugs. Do we need to tell the police and the DSS before they do their jobs? Do we need to call on them to arrest the perpetrators before they do their jobs? Have they come out to tell us that this is the report of their investigations? All the petitions we have written to them, have they come out to tell us about it? So it is not about lamentation. It is about calling on them to do the right thing. Muri Ajaka is a threat to the security of Kogi State. And before others think that taking arm is lawful and right, he needs to be arrested. They need to arrest him, prosecute him, and make him account for the killings that have happened under his watch. They need to make him account for the wanton destruction of lives and property under his watch.
Mr. Commissioner, let me ask you quickly. For those who are in your state on the ground saying it is an agitation against the outcome of the election, perhaps the propriety of the results of the election, would you say the election was free and fair? Of course, I mean, I can imagine what you would say because you worked in that election. But if they say it's an agitation against the proprietary and they believe that the election was skewed and rigged against them, that's the reason why this whole agitation is happening in your state in the aftermath of the election.
I don't agree with that. The agitation possibly is out of the frustration of those who boasted that they were going to win elections, that they have the backings of certain people, even right there in the villa. But at the end of the day, it was discovered to be all real. It was discovered to be all about names dropping, and they lost. They lost woefully at the polls. Despite the fact that they waged violence in their own part of the state, trying to use certain compromised security agents to drive people away that are supporters of the APC, we were still able to win landslide. And even in that senatorial district, we were still able to win a local government and did well in some other local government areas. And did you hear of any violence in Kogi Central or Kogi West? There was none like that. We witnessed some violent acts in Kogi East, not by the very good and intelligent and peace-loving people of Kogi East, but by the desperate politicians who thought that their ethnic jingoism and bigotry could make them win governorship, banking on just one senatorial district. A statement has been made in the state that for you to win, you have to work with everyone.
We're totally out of time. Yeah. Kingsley Fanwo is the Commissioner for Information and Communications in Kogi State. Thank you so much indeed for your time.